Good everyone, I'm Close today. Today we have a Talisman Series episode on the German C.202 Folgore, which I can't remember what it means. I think it means lightning in Italian. I'm not exactly Italian, so I can't tell you, unfortunately. The only bits of Italian I know are bellissimo, mamma mia, and yeah, things like that. Just the stereotypical Italian stuff is all I know. So the German C.202 was obviously one of the removed vehicles from the German tech tree when the Italian tech tree came out. And this aircraft, unlike the Italian one, is a rank 1 battle rating 3.0. Yeah, you heard that right. Rank 1 battle rating 3.0. So you can do your first daily in the Italian 202, but you can't do it in this one. Great job, Gaijin. Maybe if you just separated the folders instead of being a lazy shit, we wouldn't be in this issue now, would we? Just dump this thing in with the friggin' SM-79s. Much easier. But yeah, they won't do that because Gaijin be lazy. So the 202 is definitely one of the planes that Joe has enjoyed throughout his War Thunder career. It's one of those aircraft that, just in general, is just a lot of fun. I mean, what else can I really say? The funny thing is, though, is you'll be seeing this, well, you'll actually be seeing the PE3 after this, because obviously this is before the PE3. But the funny thing is that I'm recording this after I've done the PE3, so it's a bit weird. Like, you would think I'd remember, but Joe didn't, because Joe had to move this plane out of his lineup to obviously review the SFL 1C, which you probably would have seen a review for that by now. If not, you'll be seeing that in the future. And Joe forgot to put this thing back in his lineup after he did that video, well, did the recording for that. So, yeah, all I will say is that is just Joe being forgetful. But hopefully we might get a match which redeems my forgetfulness, because trust me, my memory sometimes, it plagues me, but oh well, that's just how we do it. Anyway, let's go see what this plane can do, because trust me, it's a good plane, but I just don't know why it's rank 1 still. But then again, there's a rank 3, I think 2.7 American aircraft, the XF-5F. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but it's Gaijin land, so yeah. But anyway, I'll see you all in the first match. So obviously we are stuck in a match where our teammates can actually do their dailies, and if I was doing mine, I couldn't, because this thing is still a rank 1. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I was actually having a talk with Harryfeet about this, so I might as well mention it here. We was having a talk about the BR system, like the BRs and the like the rank system, and I said to him, well, surely it would make sense to keep everything that is like 1.0 to like 2.3 as a rank 1 aircraft. Rank 2 is up to like 3033, and then rank 3 and above is like 337-ish to like 47, and then anything above that is a rank 4, and then etc, etc. And then jets that are probably like, let me think. So there's the P-59, which would still be a rank 4 if I was to rework it, that is. And stuff like the 162 would still be a rank 5, but they'd be with the super props at rank 4, if that makes sense. How it is now. But it just needs a bit more of a tidy up, I think, because it just doesn't make much sense that Gaijin have continued to do this and everything. It's not hard to fix the problem, but they're just not doing it. Oh, there's something down there with a contrail, but I'm not worried about that. I remember the days when, back in, I think it was Remember in the Past, when I took this thing out, because it was the first plane I got an ace in. I think this thing was 2-3 at that time. Oh, how times have changed. Do I blame them for putting this thing up in BR? No, I freaking don't. This thing's great. It's absolutely great. Okay. Large number of Ruskies, which... we are at altitude where our engine, which is made by Alfa Romeo, so the electrics might go any minute. That's your one Italian-related joke for engineering anyway for today. But so far, the enemy team doesn't look too dangerous. I'd probably say the most dangerous thing on their team right now is the 185. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below now that I've obviously gone off about the BRs and things like that, like the ranking system. Do you agree with me? Should it be that way? Or should it be something different? Maybe propose it to me in the comments below. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to hand it off to Gaijin because Gaijin will not give a shit about me. But let me know what you think. Like, come on. It's good to have a good bit of audience participation, you know? Okay, so we've got a Yak 1, Yak 9. Out of all of them, I'm more afraid of the 9 than I am the 1. So I'm going to go for that. Well, I think my teammate's beating me to it. So in that case, I shall go for the 1. That was some poor aiming on my part. So Yak 9T, another rank 3 aircraft. I'm going to go for this bait that he's just left me here, so I might as well. Where's his teammate? His teammate's up there. I'll go for the Oscar and see if I can remove it from the match. Is it a 3 Oscar? That is! That's another rank 3 aircraft. Well, was a rank 3 aircraft. You know, gotta be optimistic. That's a lot of enemy aircraft down there, but I'm not going to go for it just yet. So we've got a Yak 9 coming in. He's the 9T from earlier. Like I said, you don't want to be using this belt that I'm using. You want to use the air target belt. Now he's got that fridge launcher in the front, so I'm going to bait him for the Mustang because I don't think I'll beat him in a dogfight. I probably could, but you know, I'd rather not take that risk. I'd rather go for something that I can kill. Like this beautifully stopped. Really? I've been baiting this cunt for the last minute. Ugh, American teams, man. Joe loses brain cells every time I fly with these cunts. Well, that's him crit, so that should enable me to win the fight, but of course teammates coming in now. Now you can see the difference between APIT and anything like that. There we go. That's him gone. Ow. I heard a little bit, but we're okay. I can pull the Spitfire up into the vertical. Alright, well we don't need to worry about his team just yet. The Spitfire will not beat this thing in the way that he thinks. Because he thinks I'm just going to dogfight him, but that's not correct. Critical hits. BV-155 should have him here. Or not, because I'm apparently stuck with the fucking monkeys. Ugh, I'm getting too old for this shit, I really am. Alright, just extend. I will catch up to him. Just give me a minute. With your Wunderwaffen shite. Although I'm calling the 155 shite. I know I'm gonna get shit for that in the comments, but don't worry, I love the 155. I'm just saying people who believe in Wunderwaffen shite tend not to know how to fly it. What is he trying to outstall me? That's adorable. Because I will just loop back over. And now he's trying to run for that fucking runway. Well, that's one thing you're not getting to. That I can promise you. Alright, get here, boy. You're not getting that runway. Yeah, you're definitely not getting that runway now. You've literally become a Spitfire. You better not put that fire out, because otherwise I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, I think that's sticking. Yep, the Spitfire has become a Spitfire. That is a kill. Kill number 3. Unfortunately, as you can tell, being stuck with the monkeys hasn't made it so that I have to do some of the work. But at least I got my 155 still. Although he doesn't look so good. So we're up against 2 185s, which are quite important targets, and an I-16, which I'm not worried about the I-16. I know how to counter an I-16. The simple fact is, I'm above it, so I don't need to worry about it. The 185s, however, they are quite important. So we do need to deal with those. Now the question is my big teammate abandoning me? Yes, he is. Of course he is, because that's all German teams know how to do. The second they don't get kills, they abandon their team and leave them to die. Nope. No head on. I would pull up for the I-16, like to get the I-185, but no need to. Go try and press the attack. Critical hits. Missed my shots there. Okay, looks like the 185 from earlier is pressing on. That's fine. No, you don't. You're going first because you've got a better performance. There you go. That's him gone. Alright, I'm not going to dogfight you because I'm not stupid. Some might think I am, but you know. I'm just going to put my nose down and pull away because that's all you need to do against an I-16. It will not catch you. Same cannot be said for the moron in the 155 who decided to fly away from a 185 and not actively engage it because reasons. Nope. I think your engine's dead. So again, I don't have to worry about you. I'm now going to reclimb. Because the I-16 will not climb with this plane. And nor will your bullets, because they made changes to the bullets a little while ago. There goes the 185s, and that's just me versus the I-16. Which again, it's an I-16. I know how to counter it, so not a problem. What we're actually going to do though is, because we got a bit of damage on him earlier, we're going to force the head on. This isn't something you should do. And now you fucked up. Would be nice if my mouse pad wasn't, or my wrist support wasn't in the way. Well, I say wrist support, it's basically a small thing that you have if you're using a mouse a lot. That kind of got in the way of that shot, but that's okay. So yeah, it's just me and that P-51. So I'm just gonna do the full commit head on again and see what he does, because most I-16 players can't aim worth a toffee. And now I'm going to pull it into the vertical. There's a good reason for that. Because I know his airspeed is extremely low. He will not be able to do this. If he does, he will stall. And that is exactly why. Because now, he's at a stall. I'm at a superior energy state. So all we do is just loop back over. I'm now in a stall. But I can drop the flaps to bring the plane back around. And now there is absolutely nothing that the I-16 can do. And that is an ace. What can I say? This thing still absolutely claps to this day. Even if you put it at 3.0. And bear in mind guys, that was a full up tier. So it wasn't exactly an easy feat. You have to put some work in if you're in an up tier. And this plane does suffer at higher altitudes compared to some of its competition. But, as you can tell, it absolutely claps. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. That was certainly one that I enjoyed. Because it really got me to put this thing through its paces. And it feels nice to get an ace in it, given its history with me. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode in the Talisman series. And obviously, next up is the P3, which, well, I've already done that. So just ignore that. But you know, Joe makes mistakes. After the P3, it will be the Sea Gladiator Mark 1, I think? Let me just move the Mustang, because I was flying that the other day. Yeah. So it'll be the Sea Gladiator Mark 1, then the Swordfish, then the Beaufort, then the Wellington, and then we'll move back to Italy. So, let's hope you'll all enjoy that. But of course, the main star of the show today was the 202, and I think it definitely put in its work. Even being in the full up tier, this thing absolutely kicks ass. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the German C.202. And I will see you all on the next one.